Hi, and we are back live at the Hive at West Mobile, and we're coming back from halftime. I'm Mackenzie Johnson, and I'm here with my fellow commentator, Raven. And we're going to be talking about basically what just happened in the last half of the game is that Baker High School has come in with 24 points in this game, and also our MGM Vikings have come to 0 points. It is past halftime. We're about to kick off again. Baker has started off with our 2-7 wins so far for anyone who hasn't been here. We have 2 wins, 7 losses, and MGM has actually had 0 wins and 9 losses. And this is the Battle of West Mobile.
We also had a touchdown by number 11, Joshua Pruitt, and he's only in 11th grade, Mackenzie. That's really good.
Yeah, he's really good. He's already starting off with like a strong start in 11th grade, but usually our seniors are the one pushing the most. But we have our juniors still pushing and getting through this and showing they really got the stuff. They really got it.
We also, number 7, Jacoby Rogers, and number 5, Fernando Billups, also had a really strong season, and they're still pushing at tonight's game against the MGM Vikings.
And it looks like out there on the field, actually, they just kicked off. And it looks like it might be the Hornets ball, and they are at the 20 the 22nd yard line, I believe, actually. 22nd yard line on their first down, and they're bringing the ball out to the left. So they might be still shifting. I think they're going for a re-kick. A re-kick they're actually going for right now. And
Despite the score, the MGM Vikings still have been pushing for a really strong game, and we are in the third quarter with 12 minutes on the clock.
And even though they haven't really had any points on the board, you see cheerleaders are still going, band is still pushing, they're still pumped up, and I'm really excited to see this. We're really excited to see this this last game of the season, basically, for both these teams.
That's right.
Since neither of them are going to state, this is gonna be our last game, with hopefully a win for Baker, or maybe not a win for Baker.
And so we're starting off with a kickoff from MGM to the Baker Hornets.
And we see out there in the field, we see Fernando. Let me see.
That's
That's Jacoby Rogers, actually. Jacoby Rogers is out there
Rogers.
ready to catch the kickoff they're about to do.
That's
And also we have number 23 really, really, really far back out there. And that's going to be,
Gregory Carroll
yeah,
as
Gregory
number
Carroll.
23.
And they kicked off, and it's going to number
Number
14.
14.
And number 14, that is
Jalen Lee.
Jalen's
Jalen
taking
Lee is
it.
broke through and running for a touchdown.
And he's still going.
He is still going untackled.
There is at the 20-yard line, I believe, where they went out at. So that's going to be, I believe, Baker's ball. And they pushed it way, 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 way into MGM's territory. So I believe that we actually might get another touchdown, like right there. We have only been 15 seconds in. Number 14.
Number 14, Jalen Lee, is down at the,
I believe.
looks like the 23rd or the 22nd yard line.
Actually, let me see. That might be the 15th or 16th yard line, I believe. Let me see where they're at. No matter what, Baker had major yardage in that one dash. It wasn't even their ball, and they snatched it right out the air, and they ran it. They ran it all the way down the field, got all those points, and we're going to see what the refs are calling. They seem to be changing something. They seem to be communicating. I see the hand gestures going on.
Number 14 has gotten up with Jalen Lee.
And what grade is he in? I think he is
in 11th grade.
11th graders are really showing out tonight. They're really showing that they have what it takes to be the seniors next year after the season's over. You know, all the seniors are leaving, they're going to be graduating, going on a bigger, better thing. But then these juniors have to come up and show that they can take their place and really drive home. Maybe Baker will be the winning district. Maybe we'll go to state next year because of these juniors. They're really showing they have what it takes to get there.
That's right. Our offensive line has really been pushing tonight.
It seems number 14 might be injured. Jalen Lee, he seemed to be limping off the field, kind of hesitating on that leg. I believe his left leg might be injured, but he's walking off the field right now.
Yes.
Let me see. Hopefully he's all right. He can play again. He just showed a lot. There's a lot of his own sport.
A lot of
11th grader
potential
like
right
that.
there.
A lot of potential. So I hope that he comes back in later on in this game, but we're going to have to check about that injury out there.
We have to get back to that.
So we're still at the Hornets, and they are at, I believe, number 20. They're at the 22nd yard line.
Yes.
Around there, and they are the first down. 11 minutes, 45 seconds to go. 20 for the Hornets, and the MGM Vikings only have 0 so far.
So it looks like the Hornets are trying to go for the win.
and I hope they take this
for
home. We really
tonight.
need this. We want to take home that Battle of Westmobile trophy with all the plaques on it saying all of the year they've won behind. And let's see if we can really drive that home that Baker is the victor. Baker is the winner. And let me see, they're kicking. They just passed it off. Number 8 has passed off to number 1.
Number 1.
It's going to be Ozzy Quinney, I believe. Actually, Ozzy Quinney, and he has taken it up to. They've gained some yards actually. They've gained some. They gained I think 2 or 3 yards. That was all on Ozzy Quinney. And they are at the 13th yard line. Actually, that is Cameron Young. Cameron Young, not Ozzy Quinney. Because they're on offense instead of defense. So they're going to be Cameron Young actually push that. So all props to Cameron Young. Thank you for doing that. You really brought us forward a little bit. And let's see, they're about to go off again.
Number 5, Fernando Billups is running with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Fernando Billups is a 11th grader.
11th grade.
Running back.
Really shown his stuff. And he is actually, I believe, yes, he is. He is our running back for the night. I'll show on our starting lineup.
What do you think about the Hornets season starting off?
I think they started off really good their first 2 wins, and they kind of didn't really go anywhere with that.
It was a rough season.
Rough season, all around for MGM and for Baker. Baker got their 2 wins, but MGM really didn't get any wins. But I believe they might be able to win this tonight, but I believe Baker has it in the bag. They already have it in the bag. Party at Steak and Shake.
They're really playing hard tonight.
And we need to just bring this home. But I think they are at the 18th yard line, and they're getting all set up and ready to go. And you see number 2, that is, I believe, Kevin Rogers out there. And I don't know if I believe that is incomplete. That is an incomplete pass to Kevin Rogers.
That is number 2, Rashawn Christian.
That's Rashawn Christian?
Yes. So it was an incomplete pass on number 2, Rashawn Christian.
And let's see where they're going to go with this next. I believe Baker is swapping out players.
Yes, they're rotating.
They're rotating them out. I think they're going to change their strategy up a little bit. Try to go for these last. They're on their 4th down right now, so they need to get to that marker. The next marker to be able to get their next down, so they can get this. Hopefully they can either run it right through or get to that down marker so they can get their recycle down. And they're kicking it. Actually, they're kicking it.
And that was number 84.
Number 84. That is all good. That is Brandon May.
Dylan Griffin.
Brandon May or Dylan Griffin, I believe. Oh, yeah. Dylan Griffin, our kicker. Actually, that was. And he kicked that. He got us another point. So Baker now has, I believe, 27 points.
It's 27-0. It's our current score with 10 minutes and 23 seconds on the scoreboard.
All right, and we're going to see what Baker can pull out next, because we just got 3 more points on the scoreboard. That's a big thing. We haven't really beaten many teams this season. And to say we beat another team would be a good achievement.
I think this is going to be a good game for our seniors. This is unfortunately their last football game of the season, but they're playing hard and they're playing tough tonight for their last game of the season.
They're really showing that they have what it takes and that they really do care about this sport. I believe all of them will go on to be bigger and better things. Maybe some of them go to the actual college league, maybe in NFL someday. Yeah. But they gotta show it off here at our home games, at our Baker games at their high school, to show they have what it takes. And tonight we want Baker home to take home the Battle of Westmobile trophy, because last week, this Monday actually, we had a Whataburger challenge. It was sponsored by Whataburger, and it was a jalapeno eating challenge and also a participation challenge. Oh. And Baker actually won participation, but did not win jalapeno. But MGM won jalapeno. We want to take that home tonight. Our 2 wins to their 1. And it's like there was just a pile up on the field.
Yes, one of the
players from the other team.
Tackles were made by number 4, Ronnie Cleveland.
And I believe number 38 on MGM's team, Trey Umbarger, I believe, he was the one who was tackled in the middle of that little pile up on the field. And they're about to go back, and it seems that they're about to reset for the next play. They are at it's MGM's ball, and they're on the 30 or 29th yard line. And number 3 just went out. Number 3, that for MGM, that is Raymond Stallworth for MGM. He's a 9th grader, a running back.
on the varsity team.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about him earlier tonight. I think the only ninth grader on a few of the ninth graders on their team, so we have a few of them. But ninth graders on their team, we usually don't see that for varsity.
We have one on Baker's team, and that's number 7, Cameron Lacey, which is a 10th grader, actually.
But it seems like the younger people usually don't make varsity teams, but it seems like they really mix it up. They're really going for that. And now they're about to line back up. It's still MGM's ball, and they are on the 28th yard line, the 24th yard line. And there seems to be a pile of a huddle, a moving huddle, actually.
We had number 3 on MGM, Raymond Stalwart, pushing toward try to gain yards for MGM.
But was held back by the Baker defense and was pushed back farther in his own zone. Initially, they moved up a few points, and they are at 3. They're the third down on the 25th yard line, actually.
So they have one more down to go.
One more down, but they're not going to make it. And they have, I believe, at least 10 more yards to go. So they need to push. They need to push if they want to get farther in this game.
Baker's defense and offense are really playing tonight. They're playing hard.
Number 27 just made a tackle. Who's number 27?
Number 27 is Amir Robertson.
Amir Robinson, he really is coming out tonight. What grade is he in?
Also one of our 12th graders.
Another 12th grader. Amir Robinson showing out tonight for parent night. Let me see. He is not one of our starting players, but he looks like he should be one of our starting players for that play like that.
So we're currently on the 4th down with MGM. Currently on our scoreboard is 27-0. 27 with the Hornets and 0 with the MGM Vikings. We're on the 3rd quarter with 8 minutes and 15 seconds into the game.
And let's see if Baker can really clutch this, take this home for us. We need another win. It looks like MGM is kicking, and it is short, but it's caught by number 7, who is Jacoby Rogers, I believe.
The kick was made by Ethan Duke on MGM Vikings team, and he is also an 11th grader.
And it looks like they're switching out. Like MGM is switching out, but Baker is coming back. The sideline is about to switch out again, I believe, or they're going in for a huddle.
A flag was also thrown.
A flag on the play, so that means they're gonna be some decisions by the refs. And it seems like it's going to be on Baker. It's a penalty against Baker. We might be moving backwards. Yes, we're moving backwards. So MGM's getting closer to our home.
Yeah.
And
we're moving back to the,
I believe the
28th yard line.
I believe that's the 38th, I believe.
38th.
38th, 39th, one of those two. They are at that point, and we're going to see if we can get Baker to reverse that penalty. We can get more yardage, push him up, and there seems to be something else going on. Let me see.
So Baker's offense is going to work to gain the yards back and hopefully score another touchdown within 7 minutes and 51 seconds into the
Number 22 seemed to have taken off from Baker. Number 22, who is that? That is
Jonathan Chapman.
I believe that's Jonathan Chapman. He just really took off with that. Someone else we talked about tonight, Jonathan Chapman, we've talked about him multiple times, and we believe that he really is doing this. He's really out there. He's really pushing, showing his name. He's getting his name out there. He's getting himself out there.
That's right.
And tonight we're going to have a couple of things that are happening. We have Parent Night already has happened, and we've already had the halftime show for the ROTC and the band already have come out on the field. We also had Trail Maze and the other clubs have come out earlier today.
We had our own number 11, Joshua Pruitt, get tackled. But we're still pushing hard and fighting hard to hopefully score another touchdown or two before the end of this game.
The Hornets have to keep up their optimism, and so do the Vikings. I see their band is still going out there. Cheerleaders are still going. Everything's still kind of the same, you know?
Yeah.
And we're just keeping it going. Everyone's keeping the high spirit. I see Baker's band out there getting ready to warm up, and I can see their instruments flaring.
Number 7, Jacoby Rogers is gaining yards now, breaking away from the MGM Vikings and going straight for a touchdown. We have a touchdown for Baker Hornets made by number 7, Jacoby Rogers.
Jacoby Rogers, he really keeps clutching these. He keeps coming right from the back. He keeps coming to it and grabbing the ball and running it all the way down the field every time. And it looks like they're going for that next point. They're setting up for that. I want to say thank you, Jacoby Rogers. You keep doing this. You keep surprising us. You keep impressing us, and you're your name out there.
Congratulations for Jacoby Rogers, number 7, for another touchdown for the Baker Hornets.
And you can see the Baker Hornets down there. Their actual football team is actually like out there dancing. Looks like they're dancing on a jig or something like that. It looks like back out there they're about to do the kick. They're about to. Oh no! And it is not. It's not good. Not good. No good.
But we're going to still fight hard and push hard.
So the Baker Hornets are now at 33 points to MGM's 0 point at 6 minutes 10 seconds in the third quarter. And I'm not gonna try to wrap the game up quickly, but I just think honestly I think Baker might take this home. But still, you never know what could happen. You never know what could happen. Anytime,
we are only up 33 points, but
33 points isn't.
a few touchdowns, we'll say.
It's only a few. It's only a few, and they could easily come back. Like they could do touchdown, 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 field goal, field goal, field goal, and they could just easily snatch it up just like that, just like that.
Number 7 has really, really, really been working really hard, gaining a lot of yards. Just a really good player.
Overall, huge, amazing player. And it looks like they're still pushing out there. Pushing, pushing, pushing.
Number 28 on the MGM Vikings, which is Nicholas Powell. He was brought down by a Baker Hornet.
And it looks like they're going back to a huddle. I wonder which side called the huddle. And then Baker's heading right back out. It might have been MGM. And they are at the 31st or 32nd yard line right now.
Yes.
Lining back up. And looks like they're going back out right back out there. But yeah, earlier this week we had the Whataburger contest with MGM versus Baker with attendance and jalapenos being eaten on site. It was a very electric, fun time. It was no bitterness. It was a rivalry between their drum line, the cheerleaders, and everything like that. Football players were there, and they won jalapenos, but we won the actual participation part of it. So both schools won a bit of money for that.
I think if Baker take home the win tonight, the last week loss to Foley, which was a 10-7 game, was a loss, another loss for Baker. But I think this will be a win against the MGM Vikings. We have had a record of a 2-7, and MGM has a record of a 0-9. But that can be changed tonight. It could be a 3-7, or it can even be a 1-9 tonight.
But who knows? Anything can happen. Anything can happen anywhere in the world. Well, let's see. They're about to go off. They just snap the ball. 25 is running on MGM's team. 25, that's going to be Dylan Rivers for the team. And this like they just sacked right there at the 35th yard line.
And he is brought down by number 27 and number 31.
And I believe that they're now at the 32nd yard line, I believe they might be at. And they have it may be 8 more yards to go before they're going to reach their next down, and they're already at the 3rd down right now. So if they want to get these points, they need to get to that next down so they can get there.
And we are on the 3rd down with the MGM Vikings.
And there's a flag on the play.
Flags are thrown.
And I believe that it's going to be Baker's ball. I believe so. And they're switching out. They're switching back out to their offensive team. And MGM doesn't look like they're going to switch. They're going to stay with their team they already have.
We see appear back on the field, which is number 18, Aries Lawson.
Aries Lawson, a name that is heard every game multiple times for his reputation of being just amazing on the field.
That's right.
It looks like the coaches were giving like new plays out to the players out there on the sideline. So I want to see what those plays are going to be. I think we've seen a few of them so far in the game, but let's see if this is going to be a new one or one we've seen before. Who knows? They could have worked up a whole new play in the last week. But let me see. That
was an incomplete pass on MGM.
Incomplete. Let's see.
And I believe that was number 64.
Number 64. That's going to be.
Which is William Fassel.
William Fassel for MGM's team. Like Baker just switched and MGM just switched their team composition, and they're going to try again and see what they can do with these points.
And this is the 4th down with 4 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock left in the 3rd quarter.
It looks like it's a kick by MGM. Let's see if anyone can catch that. It is not caught by anyone at all. No one at all. And it seems to have landed and stopped at the center on the 50-yard line. And it looks like the saying it's incomplete. Coaches are saying it's a no-go. Let's see. What are they about to
The
switch
players
out? I
are
believe
being rotated now.
rotated out. They're in the huddle on Baker's side. A actual huddle. They're
So the
gonna.
ball that switched over is now Baker ball.
Let's see if Baker can get a few more points. You know we have 3 minutes, 3:50 left in this quarter, then a whole 12 in the next quarter.
That's enough time for another touchdown, I'll say.
Let's see what they can do because they have plenty of time. Both teams have plenty of time to get a touchdown.
Yes.
Another touchdown, another field goal. Anything can happen, and it probably will happen tonight. And I can't wait to see how either team will deal with their win if they get it.
The ball is snapped to number 21, which on Baker Hornets team.
If we don't actually have the person on our roster, whoever that is, unknown player is, we see what you're doing out there. We see it when you have your credit.
We give credit to number 21.
Number 21. And let's see, they're bringing it down to the 42nd or 43rd yard line.
Yes.
With on the second down, 3 minutes 18 seconds to go. 33 for the Hornets, 0 for the MGM Vikings. It looks like you can see them setting up for the next play. And you can see, I believe, number 1 right there, actually. That's going to be I think Quinny Ozzie. I think it might be Quinny Ozzie, actually, on number 1 right there.
Ozzie Quinny.
Ozzie Quinny. And they're switching out again. Switching out number 1. They're switching him out for number 7. And that's going to be back
And then
to
number 74 was switched out with number 71.
Jacoby Rogers back in again.
So we have
Jacoby Rogers, and he is our wide receiver tonight on our offensive. So it's not surprising to see him in so much tonight.
the ball is still passing number 21. He breaks free from the
He is. I don't know if that is
That
it is
a touchdown.
A touchdown. Who is that?
number 21
21.
on Baker Hornets.
Our unknown player, but we still are very grateful for you. We are very, very grateful for your contribution to our team. You're getting us there. You're getting us there, number 21. Unknown player. And let me see. We're going back to a
They're
field goal.
going for
A kick. They're going to kick.
field goal made by number 84.
Did that go in? Did that go anywhere? Oh,
I don't think he kicked it.
I don't. Oh, okay. I was very confused. I didn't see the ball, but I saw him kick. Okay, they're going to reset. I think they're resetting for it. All right, and that is good. So we're
The
going
field goal
up.
is made by our number 84,
Baker Hornets still doing it.
which
We're
is Dylan Griffin.
40 point. Dylan Griffin. I remember him. We had school together. We had like middle school together, high school together. We're still here together, and we're good friends. But we're at the 40 points. He brought us up to 40 points with that kick.
So now it's 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. It's 40 points for the Baker Hornets and 0, unfortunately, from the MGM Vikings. And this is our third quarter.
Our third quarter, they're looking to kick off again.
Baker's now kicking off to the MGM Vikings.
It still looks like that their band is very, very excited. Still keeping up the pep, still keeping up the spirit. Even though they haven't put any points on the board yet, they're keeping their morale high.
It's always good to have good school spirit despite the score, and still have your school spirit.
School spirit is very important to games like this. Even if you're not winning, it's keep your spirit, and good sportsmanship is still always a plus.
The ball is caught by number 28 on the MGM team, which is Nicholas Powell, number 28. He is also one of our 11th graders on the MGM team.
And then we have, I believe, number 8. I think it might be Devin Robinson, I think, also landed that tackle. He swooped in, kind of slid in, and grabbed him by the leg, and like slammed and went in. I think either that is, I think it might be Devin Robinson. he swooped in and got him like that and got him straight to the ground. Everyone else rushed in.
We are currently on the 30-yard line with our first down, and we're with the MGM Vikings.
And we are in MGM territory. We're gonna push. See if we can push that. Ooh,
It's
and
an incomplete pass made by number 1, Jacoby Daniel, on the MGM Vikings team.
and it was interrupted by number 2 on our team, which is, I believe, Rashawn Christian. Rashawn Christian on our team actually went through and blocked that. Came right in.
Great defense, Rashawn.
And let's see, they are still on the 30. They're going to try again for that. They're still on the second down of the 30-yard line. A minute and 50 to go. And they still, I do think they believe still have all of their, all till next down. They still have their full 10 to go. So MGM wants to go through. They need to do it now if they want to get any points on the board.
Ooh.
I believe it's number 6, I believe.
6, which is Jalen Jordan Williams.
Stopped him in his tracks. I saw he was rushing right through the pack, and then 2 of Baker's players stopped him right in his tracks. Stopped him, dead stop.
Yeah.
Very, very dangerous, you know.
It might have been number 5.
It might have been number 5. Gavin Guy, then. That'll be Gavin Guy or Jalen. Whoever did that, I hope you're all right. Okay, and then we're going back to the 39-yard line.
On our third down.
Third down. And
the ball is ran by Markel Baptiste.
And, he is brought down at the 48th-yard line, actually.
By our number 17, Malik Gardner.
Malik, cool guy, all around fun guy. And we are at 57 seconds left in this quarter. And there is, let me see, there is 40 on Baker's team, 0 still on MGM's team. Quarter 3. I don't know what they're gonna do now because Baker almost has them in a corner where even if they could get touchdown, they can't really go anywhere with it.
So the ball is ran from the 48th-yard line, I believe.
And I believe they go back a few. They went back a few yards. They went back 2 yards, I believe.
So they were pushed back by Baker.
Negative yardage. They didn't move anything, but
no.
Let me see. They're going to line up again. They're on their second down at the 48th-yard line still. 20 seconds on the clock. Let's see if they can go anywhere with this. If Baker will halt them in their tracks once again, like they always do.
And the clock is still running out.
Clock is still running. 10 seconds left. And they aren't really going anywhere. They're still on the 49th yard line. They moved back one. So they didn't get any positive yardage, and the quarter is over, actually.
So we will be getting our fourth quarter with 40 for the Baker Hornets and 0 for the MGM Vikings.
Okay, and it looks like that we actually have a message from one of our sponsors from our Seymour Sport, and we're going to send you that right now.
We at Seymour are very proud to be working with the students in our partnering schools. In fact, the broadcast that you are currently watching is all student-led. This is our first full season working with these student broadcasting teams, and we are very excited about the progress they are making. It is students that are running the sound, shooting the video, directing and producing the broadcast, and some are even doing the play-by-play and color commentary.
It'll be 1st and 10 inside Foley territory. Rajay's in the shotgun, and he's going to fake the handoff to set again, and Rajay's going to go for about 7 or 8 more yards, and the Canes are driving on him, Josh.
Our entire program at Seymour is centered around the development of students for the workforce, and we are committed to training our students to deliver a quality product.
Hello and welcome back to Davidson Media, a Warrior-built network. I'm your host here, Jackson Kraft.
So thank you for watching this student broadcast powered by Seymour. And be sure to continue your support of this fine school in all of its academic and athletic affairs.
So we are back at the Hornet Hive at Baker High School for the final game of the season, which is the Baker Hornets versus the MGM Vikings. We have 40 for the Baker Hornets on the scoreboard versus 0 for our MGM Vikings with 12 minutes on the clock. Mackenzie, how you feel about this game?
I'm feeling like it's drawn to a close. We're kind of in that last 12-minute stretch where anything can kind of happen, but I think we've gotten
Yeah.
past the point where, just anything can happen. They can get a couple points,
Really?
but I don't think they can really come back from it. But, you got to keep an open mind with things like this. Who knows what they could do in this 12-minute time? They could slam us with touchdown, touchdown, touchdown,
They
touchdown.
really can.
In any time, but we just gotta keep an open mind, make sure we are observant and we are watching. 'Cause we don't want them to get ahead on us. And with a recap, basically, is we've had the Baker Hornets keeping consistently their offense and their defense really strong, making sure that MGM can't get anywhere, can't get past us, and can't really do anything at all. We basically kept them in a safe zone.
So we know MGM is looking for their first win of the season, and Baker's looking to finish the season on a really high note. What about the winners of our Whataburger contest?
Well, our winners of the Whataburger contest were both sides basically. They both won 1-1, and actually, it seems like we just came back and they fumbled it. They snapped it in an immediate fumble.
That was on number 30 of Baker, which is Fred Hurst.
Yeah, Frank Hurd. There's a fumble on that one, so we look like Baker's switching out back again, and we're gonna move back to that.
Yeah.
But also onto our Whataburger competition was that both sides won. One jalapeno was won by the Whataburger by MGM themselves, and participation and showing up in attendance was won by Baker. So
Yeah.
tonight basically will be won by whoever brings the most to their most points. Looks like there's been a kickoff, and wow, number 7,
Jacoby Rogers.
Jacoby Rogers is
It's still not down.
now he's down. There's a flag on the play, so we don't know what that means. We don't know what the judges are going to decide, what the refs are going to say.
And he is brought down by number 31 on MGM and number 28.
Number 31 on MGM, that is going to be John Sullivan from MGM. Brought down Jacoby Rogers. But there's a flag on the play, so we really
And a
don't know what that
flag is
means
thrown.
yet. There's actually 2 different flags, so 2 referees must have thought something
It was
kind of
a
off.
hold on
I believe.
Baker.
I think on Baker's side, it was a hold. I want to. Oh, and it's like we're moving more. So we're moving. I think that is going to be a penalty on Baker, so we're going to move back some.
So MGM is actually getting yards from Baker.
They're actually going to get some more yards from this. It's going to be a little bit easier for them. But Baker, I hope we're going to get this. Think we're going to get this. We're kind of we're this close. We're almost, my fingers are almost touching. We're this close. We can do this.
With 11 minutes on the scoreboard.
11 minutes on the scoreboard, 40-0, quarter 4, and this is Baker's still first down, but they have to make up for the yard they were penalized for. And that's what they're going to snap. It's Baker's ball, and it can go to the game can go mostly in anyone's favor. And it's a fake it going off to number 3, and he's going around, and he is stopped by, did you see a number on that vest? I didn't see a number out there.
Is there a number?
Pile up.
It looks
Piled
like
up.
it's number 3.
Number 3 on it's going to be Raymond Stallworth again from MGM, running back, 9th grade. 3 from Baker.
3 from Baker, which is, I believe, Dalen Starworth. It might even be, it's Dalen Starworth from Baker.
Dalen Stallworth. I believe we've heard from him before tonight. We've seen him do some other stuff today. He's our running back also. Looks like they're about to snap again.
So now the ball should be on the 25th line, and it is 2. We're on our second down.
Ooh.
Number 21
Number
is
21.
broke away from Baker,
And
and he's brought down by number 32, which is Julian Lassiter.
number 20. Yes, that is.
Yes, number 32 on MGM team. He's brought down.
And there seems to be a sort of commotion down there in the tent. One of the players from Baker's team who was running actually flew into the tent area and into some of the players. There's a little bit of some commotion down there. People kind of looking around. And there seems to be a flag also had been thrown on the play, and there's people holding. There's a hold for, I
And it
believe,
is
MGM.
a personal foul
Personal foul for
on
against
MGM.
MGM.
So now Baker is getting yards, and MGM is being pushed back
They're getting yard, and they're being pushed back some more.
to what seems like the 40-yard line.
Yeah, the 40-yard line. They're going to even out at 40. and they're gonna push back right there. And let's see what can Baker do. Show us what you can do, Baker. Show us what you can do, MGM. And it's
It's an
incomplete pass.
incomplete pass.
Doesn't go anywhere at all. Kind of stops right there. And it's going to be 9 minutes, 48 seconds in the fourth quarter. The game is wrapping to an end. And Baker still had their 40 points with their guest of MGM Vikings at 0 still. And their fourth quarter, you know? So
Yeah.
it's we're kind of wrapping it up. We're getting to the end. And MGM really hasn't shown us any points they can get on the field. They didn't really have any technical points or anything either. So it's kind of gotten to a point of they aren't really showing us that they can beat Baker. Like the signs they have out
Baker
there.
has really run their game tonight. Despite the loss last week against Foley, they have really, really shown that they want this game.
They really do want this
They
game. They're giving
really have
they're
shown.
giving MGM a run for their money, keeping them on their toes with
Another flag has been thrown.
lots of flags tonight. Lots of flags. It's like really colorful out there. All the flags flying around. And I just gotta keep rolling with the flag. Baker gotta keep rolling with the flags. MGM rolling with them. So we know fouls happen, things like that happen. We just gotta keep rolling with them. But the point negation, the moving them back and forth is a lot, and it changes how the game can go every time it happens.
MGM crowd still haven't given up yet. They're still keeping their spirit and still prepping the boys for the game.
And I believe I see someone out there with a flag and a flashlight, and they're signaling Morse code. I think it probably says beat Baker, but we don't know what's going to happen tonight.
Probably.
And then we see the band out there is still going strong. They're still out there playing.
still
They have
going
not
at
given
it.
up. They believe in their Vikings. They're not going to give up on their Vikings. You can see the black and the blue out there proudly.
And we are on the 36-yard line, and this is the third down. Baker still has the ball, and number 21
Number 21.
is brought down by MGM number
And
33.
we still don't know who number 21 is on the Bakers team, but number 21, you're doing it. You're out there. We see you. And they're brought down at the 30, I think the 36th or 37th yard line. And they're really keeping it going. They're keeping it going. They're keeping their morale up. Baker isn't hesitating, isn't stopping, isn't slowing down. We're pile driving over them. We're gonna keep it that way as long as we can. And can you?
Number 21 might actually be our very own Jonathan Chapman.
It might. Is it a Jonathan? It might be Jonathan Chapman.
Yes.
But can you believe this weather tonight? It's not humid at all. It's very, very good. Very good weather.
Weather is very nice out here.
And they're going for the kick.
Our kick is punted by number 47 on Baker, which is Robert Malone.
Robert Malone, and then
It is not good.
not good.
Not good. It's not made.
Looks like we're gonna go back, and they're gonna switch out again. Let's see. Both teams are switching out up here, is moving out. But back to the weather out here is amazing. It's not too cold. It's not too hot. It's just right. That breeze is just good. No, not a cloud in sight. Actually, not a cloud in sight. A beautiful night for a game like this. Beautiful night.
Beautiful. Now we have only 8 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock in our fourth quarter with 40-0 as our score.
And down on the field, we have actually, like, they're all lining up. All the players lining back up. It seems like it might be, it's MGM's ball, definitely. There's a flag on the plate, whistle blown. We're starting it over again. There's something has happened. Something's happened, a violation of some kind, and we're going to keep moving through this with these violations and moving of our
So it looks like they're getting pushed back
MGM being pushed back more. Another foul on their side.
to the 15th-yard line, looks like.
Oh,
To
they're
the-
making
it's
it easy for
pretty far
Baker.
back.
Making it easy for Baker. And now this
Making
window,
it easier for a touchdown to happen on the Baker Hornet side.
and let's see if Baker can snatch it back from them. From like the brink. I know they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. They are over 80 yards from their goal. They're almost completely across the field. So I don't think there's a way they could run it unless Baker just completely just gave up. All of a sudden, just gave up and let them have it.
Yes. With 7 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock, we're seeing but both teams are still fighting for the win. Neither has given up or lost their pride, and it's really good to see out on the field. Good sportsmanship out here.
All around good sportsmanship. And let's see. There's a lot of. I
So
couldn't even
number
tell where the ball
27
was.
on MGM is brought down, which is Joshua Martin. Is brought down by 3 of our very own football players.
It was like two. I thought the ball was in two different places right there. I saw three different like huddles fighting over one of them fighting over a ball that wasn't there.
Our defense is really, really pushing to try to back MGM up as far as they can for yards for us.
And they're really making sure they don't get anything at all. They're making sure what Baker's doing. They're making sure they stay at the same place. They're not getting out of their zone. And it's third down. Third down right now, and they haven't really progressed much. And they've only moved back, so they still need to get to their down so they can get there. But I don't know if they can do that with Baker holding them back like they
So
have.
number 2 is running the ball on MGM. That's Markel Baptiste, and he is brought down by a Baker player,
Let me see what number that
which
player
is number
95.
95
Number 95,
is Jordan Timmons.
Jordan Timmons, out there doing it. But yeah, we need to keep the MGM Viking. We need to keep the Vikings right where we want them. The Baker Hornets have them right there, and keep them in the pocket, keep them there, so they don't get any more points on. They don't any points on us at all. We have less than 6 minutes left on this game. 4-0 in the fourth quarter. And who knows what could happen tonight. Baker might just get this point, or MGM. I don't know if the Benjamin can possibly get it.
Yeah.
I think we're too far gone.
They could actually still score a touchdown, but as far as getting 40 points back up on us, might be a little challenge. MGM player number 13 kicked the ball, and our player number 7, Jacoby, caught it.
Jacoby Rogers just kept I saw him slung all of that thing. He
It's
was spun
really
in
been one
circles.
of our key players this game.
You really are right about that. He has kept it continuously, kept the ball going, kept the ball. He snatched right out the air, snatched out the other, basically other teams like grasp, like right out the air, thin air, and kept it going every time. And then now,
We're on the 50-yard line, actually.
right at the 50-yard line, at the half court, and Baker just met for
So the ball is turned over to Baker for our very first down. And we're seeing how many yards we can get within this 5 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock.
and we have the ball is spiked and it's moved out to and shot over to number 13 on Baker's team.
Which is Michael Landry. He caught it and was brought down by an MGM player.
He's really.
We haven't heard a lot from Michael Landry
I haven't heard a
this
lot from him
game.
this game, but I've heard good things of him. He's actually in some of my classes, and I believe that we're cool. We're all cool, and he's a pretty cool guy. That most of I've heard of from him. But I haven't heard much from him this game, but I've heard of good stuff from him in past games.
Yep, we are currently on look like it was the 46-yard line, and the ball is caught.
By Baker High School's own number 80, but he is immediately grabbed and pulled into the air by the MGM Vikings.
Which is Dontavius Hill, actually.
And what grade is Dontavius in? Is he actually?
I think Dontavius just might be one of our seniors. He is. He is one of our seniors.
Another one of our seniors doing what they're doing out there tonight and really showing everyone what they can do.
Really bringing their game for unfortunately, their last game of the season. I know that is like pressure on them.
The pressure. And then the pressure also on the MGM Viking to also feel like this is their last game also with us. So either way, they were both feeling the pressure. Like they're in the oven. They're feeling the heat.
So the flag was thrown before the play was even made, and it looks like
they were. It's on Baker. So it's gonna be on Baker. So it's gonna be.
It looks like.
Gonna move Baker back.
So MGM will be getting more yards.
MGM will be gaining yards.
Yes.
I believe so.
So it looks like the ball is on the 47th yard.
Yes, 47th yard line.
Yes.
And it's in Baker's hands still. 3 minutes, 45 seconds. 40 points for Baker. 0 for MGM. And a slip by number 38, I believe, on Baker's team.
Yes, number 38 is DeMarquez Williams. Unfortunately, had a little trip right there, but that doesn't mean Baker has lost their pride. They're still pushing with these 3 minutes and 24 seconds left into the game.
Baker High School, you can still do this, and don't feel like we're gonna. I think we got this in the bag. We're already there, but you can
I
still
think
hold on to
so
hope
too.
that MGM might get some points in the next 3 minutes. It's all possible. Anything's possible tonight. You can feel the stuff in the air. You can feel the electricity. You can feel the want, the need, and
So
the
the ball is,
redemption.
yes, the ball is kicked off by number 47 on Baker,
It looks like
which is Robert Malone again.
Robert Malone once again kicking again, and it looks like Baker is coming back for a huddle. See what the coaches are talking about now.
So it'll be a fourth down for Baker now. And after this down, it will be turned over to MGM
And they still have quite a bit to go. They have a long while, at least maybe 10 or so yards to go.
with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left
Mhm.
on the clock. So within this last down, we're going to see what Baker can do. And we'll
Baker,
see what MGM can do with every time we have left.
2:45, and looks like it's Baker's ball. Actually, maybe MGM's ball. Let me see. Look at MGM's ball, and they're on their first
So now
down.
it's MGM ball. It was turned over, and they're on their first down.
They're on their first down, and they are pushing. Looks like number 25 is brought down.
Is Dylan Rivers.
Dylan Rivers, he brought down, I think, number 49 on Baker's team, which is Richard Edmond or Caleb Edmond, and brought down the team of MGM and are keeping them back from winning the game. They do definitely want to win.
And Richard Edmond is also one of our seniors.
One of our seniors who recognized earlier
Yes.
tonight, and he is someone really to keep your eye on. Really smart guy, helping my classes, basically all A's. Great guy all around. And who's like they're bringing down MGM again. They're not getting any yards. They're moving maybe 1 or 2 yards at a time. And that's not really going to cut it when they're already at down 3. 2 or 3 yards at a time, not going to cut it.
Yes, they have to bring a little more yardage and maybe a touchdown they can get within this 1 minute and 46. All possibilities right now. All possibilities.
Anything is possible for MGM, and they might just need a miracle to get that touchdown at this point. They're all the way back, and they're across the field, across the whole field from their place.
And another flag is thrown again. And it seems to be on the team.
Feels like we're at a circus with all these like flags and all like these things just flying all over the place. All these.
It looks like MGM is actually getting pushed back to the
They're being all the way pushed back, almost to their end zone. We're not.
almost to the 10-yard line. Actually,
We don't have really good angle here, but it's pretty far back. It's around the 10.
almost to the end zone. Actually,
And then there we go. They're getting he's being held up in the air. He can't even fall down. And what number? The number 8 on MGM's team, and actually I can't find number 8.
number 8 isn't on the roster we have.
It's not on our roster we have, but number 8, we see you. Let me see. And
So
then
now it is currently only 54 seconds into the game. This has been a really, really strong game for both teams. They both came to fight and both came with their game faces on and not playing at all night. It was a pretty rough season for both teams with a 2-7 record for Baker and a 0-9 for MGM. Unfortunately, MGM hasn't had a good season with only 0 wins. But Baker also has to have a good season. But we had
just the
a
two.
good start, I'll say.
Yeah.
A good start.
A
to
good
the
start.
season.
And MGM had a bye week. They had a week off basically where they could prepare for Baker. But we got here and 16 seconds left with 40 for Baker and 0 for MGM. So it speaks for itself is all we can say about that. The strong history between us has gone leading the series with MGM having a 23 win to our 16 losses. And it looks like it might be MGM training going from 23 to 16 to 23 and 17 with
Yes.
17 losses from us.
Yes.
It
So
looks
we
like
have our last group on the field with only 16 seconds to left to make at least one more play before the game is over. And unfortunately, Mackenzie, this is our last game of the season, but we'll probably be back next year.
I'm gonna try to come back before
We'll
I
be
visit.
back next year.
16 seconds on the clock. I'm really sad. It's my last high school football game. I'm really excited for. I'm happy I came. I'm happy I got the experience commentating with you all tonight. And we're gonna wrap this game up tonight with 16 seconds left. 40 points to Baker, 0 points to MGM in the fourth quarter, and they're taking it from, I believe, the 8th or 9th yard line. I think the 8th yard line.
And this is the fourth down for MGM.
Fourth down MGM. We're going to see if they can really bring it. Give up maybe a point or so in the next 14 seconds, but who knows?
Yes.
All right, they're kicking for it. They're kicking it.
So it looks like our number 3 has caught the ball.
It's either Rashawn Christian.
So now we're going to our sideline reporter, Caitlin.
Thanks, guys. Well, this is our last sideline report for the season, and I'm glad to say we're ending it on a good note. We're finishing the game with a smackdown of 40-0, beating MGM for the last game of the season. It's exciting down here. It's still packed out. The hooligans are going nuts. This is a great way to end a season. Even though we tried our best, we weren't able to do so well. This is a great way to end the season. And back to you guys.
All right, and we are back. We are back at Baker High School with 8.2 seconds left on the clock. And the ball
when the score is still 40-0.
It looks like the time is counting down.
And it looks like they're just going to run out the clock.
Good
game, Baker Hornets with the win of 40-0 against the MGM Vikings. It has been a really, really good season. Unfortunately, we started off kind of strong, but through the season we didn't. But it's good to end the season with a win of 40-0. Isn't that right, Mackenzie?
Yeah, we're leaving on a high note. I know the seniors are feeling really confident about this, about their senior night and their parents being here to watch them. I know they're happy. I know I'm happy to go home with this win, be able to say proudly, we beat MGM in our final game, and I had a lot of fun at my last high school football game. I'm so excited to spend all this time with you guys commentating tonight. And we're going to see how the trophy goes to the next team. It's gonna stay in Baker's hands for this next season.
So unfortunately, we're saying goodbye to our seniors, but I hope they have a really good last game and still pursue their career.
And here we have the Hornet Hooligans going on the field right now, actually waving a flag. I can't read it yet. I think it says, I don't know, but they have a picture of our principal, Clem Richardson, also. They seem to be down there on the field holding a large flag, and it has spray painted words on it, but I actually can't read it yet. They haven't unfurled it and revealed yet. But this has been an overall great season, and
we're saying a good goodbye to our seniors, and we're ready to see the next season with our upcoming seniors and see what they bring to the field and what they have in store for our next season.
And we'd like to say thank you to everyone who's tuning in tonight, and that we had a good night. This is farewell. This is Mackenzie Johnson.
And this is Raven Henderson live from the Hive.
All right. Good night, y'all.
We at Seymour are very proud to be working with the students in our partnering schools. In fact, the broadcast that you are currently watching is all student-led. This is our first full season working with these student broadcasting teams, and we are very excited about the progress they are making. It is students that are running the sound, shooting the video, directing and producing the broadcast, and some are even doing the play-by-play and color commentary.
It'll be 1st and 10 inside Foley territory. Rajay's in the shotgun, and he's going to fake the handoff to Set again, and Rajay's going to go for about 7 or 8 more yards, and the Canes are driving on him, Josh.
Our entire program at Seymour is centered around the development of students for the workforce, and we are committed to training our students to deliver a quality product.
Hello and welcome back to Davidson Media, a Warrior-built network. I'm your host here, Jackson Kraft.
So thank you for watching this student broadcast powered by Seymour. And be sure to continue your support of this fine school in all of its academic and athletic affairs.